Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. My channel is called Sheila Sparkles, and here I would like to share all my luxury, lifestyle, and fashion channel. So today I'm gonna be reviewing the Mac pumps. So this is also the wear and tear of the shoes, and also would I recommend this shoe, and is it a good wedding shoes? So I've got this in this crystal embellished 110 millimeter. So I think that's the highest for this type of like double bow design with, and this is like PVC with like crystals also encapsulating the entire like front of the shoe where the design is. And yes, so this I have been through. So I had my wedding last year and just like 2 months ago in December, and I have decided to get these shoes a year before. So I've been through like the usual, like everyone says, like if you want like the perfect wedding shoes, go with Jimmy Choo. So where I live currently is there's no like luxury, all these luxury brands are not available. So I had to fly to another city in Auckland, specifically here in New Zealand, and I went into the Jimmy Choo shop in one of their really nice malls there, and I think it was Westfield New Market. And I tried on this all the different like wedding appropriate shoes, and I was thinking to myself, if I was gonna buy something this expensive, I would rather get the cost per wear out of it rather than, just wearing the shoes. Because this is not a conventional wedding shoes. Like, it's more like a party over the top Cinderella shoes. And it's definitely needs a special occasion, in my own opinion. So, yeah, so I went to Jimmy Choo and didn't find anything. I didn't feel very comfortable with their shoes, like the one I've tried, which is the one with the massive pearl on the front. And I was just not feeling the vibe of those shoes. So I thought to myself, I might take the plunge and actually order this online. So I went through Farfetch, and by the way, this is not sponsored video, but yeah, so I ordered the shoes on a size up. What am I saying? Size up. So I ordered the shoes a size up. So I'm usually an Italian 36.5. I'm really true to size 36.5. And even on the website, it says like size and fitting. You should like, select the size that's like is true to size. But I just want to give you an advice. It's definitely not true to size. So you need to at least size one whole size up or half a size up. I think half a size will do as well, because as you can see, this part here is quite pointed. So your shoe will, I mean your foot, your toes will not reach the very end because of this pointy situation. And it's definitely beautiful. I love it. So when the shoes arrived, I think I ordered it June, last week of June, and then I arrived in July. And then the box says 37, but the shoes were actually 37 and a half. So it was like a wrong, I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, why? And then I really don't like returning stuff. But then when I tried the shoes on, it was actually very comfortable. And I walked around the house because I was so scared of damaging, getting all these crystals removed. Because as you can see, and I think you've already seen in other videos, the crystals don't actually, they're not like sewn in. They're actually just glued, and you can see that it is glued everywhere or along this. This is the strap area where your, like your ankle is. And then over here, it is quite obvious. But I can tell you that I haven't lost any of the crystals, and I've worn this a couple of times. So maybe a handful of times already. So I not only, so yeah, so that was the main reason why I bought these shoes. It is quite on the pricey side. And but what I would say is that it's actually, so yeah, size up, like half a size or a full size will actually also do. And yeah, so I would so yes, I use this as as a wedding shoe because I wanted to be the star of the show. I had like a simple like girly dress on during my wedding day, and I just wanted to showcase the shoe because the shoe is definitely fabulous. It's like, it's really Princess Cinderella vibes, and I love it. And I must say, aside from the sizing that is, either half a size or one whole size up, it doesn't look too big on your foot as well. It's very sexy on your feet, and also it looks stunning. It is a showstopper, and I must say that I've walked around in these and lasted for like 6 hours. That says a lot about the shoes. So I wore it until like when I walked down the aisle, I walked out, and then I wore this during my first dance, during my own wedding. And then I've also worn this recently on a another friend's wedding or a cousin's wedding. So it's very, I've worn this last time for about 6 to 7 hours, and I went dancing in these shoes. Now they're not the most comfortable, don't get me wrong, but they are really, really, like they're manageable. Like comfort wise, like look at this. This is the highest heel height, and it's like 4.3 inches or 110 millimeter height, and it's like it was fine. Like I did have to like sit, I have to sit down after I've danced a little bit. So, oh my gosh, like after a few minutes, I would have to sit down and rest. And then the next day, my feet was a bit sore, but it was worth it, I'm a magpie. I love shiny things. And like, I don't know about you, but like comfort is not really, for this type of, this beautiful shoes, it's not the number. I know it sounds strange, but it is not my number one priority, comfort, but more of like the looks and how, how it makes you feel as well. So buy the shoes that you want. But for me, I would say the comfort level is like a 7 out of 10. I mean, I lasted 6 hours, 6 to 7 hours in these. So I would say yeah. So both of them, like as you can tell, it's like, so I definitely have worn the shoes. Side view, front, and then sides. And actually today, I'm gonna wear the shoes for a friend's wedding as well. So yeah, I would definitely size up or even a full size up. I'll just grab my notebook here and see. So yeah, so it is pointed toe. This one is silver lining. And also, oh, that's my cat Lily. My cat wants to get in through. But yeah, so yeah, this is like leather as well. So it is really, yeah, I think don't be scared. Like, how some people, like, I think they've managed to alter it. I mean, they say, oh, some of the crystals have fallen off or inexpensive shoes, da da da. Like, I heard it all over, like, YouTubers that were smashing and saying bad things about these shoes. But actually, my shoe has held up really well, and I've worn this a couple of times already. And I wasn't babying the shoes. I was, like, on the dance floor with the shoes. So, I mean, one of the crystal actually lifted on the front, and my husband was like, he just pushed it in, and now it's back to where it was. So even if the crystal like falls later on, because I'm using the shoes quite frequently now, like because I've got so many events, like family and friends, but I don't think it is a con. It is a very beautiful shoe. I would highly recommend it. So yes, I'm just looking at so it is definitely my dream wedding shoes, and I have no like regrets whatsoever with this shoe. If I were to turn back time, I would repurchase this again. So I bought it July last year, but actually started just wearing it in the house because I was scared of like losing the crystals, or I didn't want anyone to see me with this shoe because I was gonna make this like the star of the show on my wedding day. And so I started using the shoe on my wedding day, which was the 17th of December last year. And then I've worn this a couple of times during like dinners and like, weddings. So I would say I would get the cost per wear of this shoe, because even if the trend dies down, I would still wear this shoe because it's just so beautiful. And I've gotten so many compliments. Like the last wedding I attended in February, yeah, was they were saying like first week of Feb, everyone was like just so shocked at how beautiful my shoes were. And I live in a small city, like almost like a town, that no one really knows Mac and Mac. So yeah, I would say it's totally worth it. And I absolutely love it. It's just a shame that I've lost the box. Because, yeah, just a bit of story time. But when I actually went to one of the bridal shops here where I live, they were lighting the candle, like, like those nice candles, like smell so good, like vanilla, whatever. And then they were so busy because I was trying the dress on with the shoe, luckily, and then the box just like lit was on fire, and I was like, oh my gosh, luckily the shoes were on my feet, otherwise I would have cried, because they ain't cheap. So yeah, I mean, the crystals have held really well. Would I recommend this? Definitely yes. I mean, it's not an everyday shoe, obviously, but it is definitely a beautiful shoe, and I would repurchase this again and again. But maybe next time in the lower heel height, so that I don't, my feet doesn't get too sore. But yeah, I absolutely love it. It is, yeah, it's one of a kind. It's very unique. This double bow is just stunning, and the PVC as well is like, it's like clear inside and just looks really nice on your feet. Now, I got married in Philippines at Boracay, which is one of the beautiful, like most dreamiest beach. Anyway, I had like, you might think, oh, that's gross, because when the humidity strikes, there's just like the fog from your sweat comes out. But honestly, it's not a big deal. Like, yes, it is a bit gross, but I mean, no one really looks at your feet that closely. So it's yeah, it's underneath. So I would still say it is one of the con perhaps for some people, because when you sweat there, then it's just like smog everywhere. But I always clean my shoes whenever after I've worn them, just to you know maintain them, and also make sure that they last forever and ever. But yeah, next time maybe with Mac and Mac, I would get like the open toe version because I really like that look. But yeah, so this is my wedding shoes, and now my going out to fancy dinners, going out to like weddings, attending weddings, or like special occasion events. I would definitely wear them again. And I've gotten heaps of compliments, so I can't say anything bad about the shoes. Comfort level 7 out of 10, but that's still manageable. So yeah, that is my review of the Mac and Mac. They absolutely look stunning. They're like jewelry on your feet, and I would, yeah, it's just a work of art, and I would, yeah, I mean, the crystals don't really fall off. Like, I know they're glued there, and like, for something this expensive, you would want them to be like properly sewn in, but it is aesthetically pleasing. It's so worth it. In my own do fall later on, which I don't think they will, I would still repurchase them. I would still, yeah, yeah, it's a yes for me. Okay. So yeah, so leave your comments down below, and if you want to see more of me, just please follow me on Instagram as well. My handle is like Sheila Sparkles, just like my YouTube channel. And I'll see you on my next video. Bye, guys.